All right, and I'm alive again, and let's go back to whatever I was doing. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to keep going on cloning color switch using Unity. Now, as you can see, this is what we have so far. We have a sphere, and we have a floor, and we have some kind of a block here. And whenever I press play, the sphere is automatically going down, but if I press on the button, I see that it's moving up, okay? So we have gravity used here, and we can actually push it up. Now, it's going down a little bit too slow, so I can add some gravity to this to make it better, but these are just tweaks that we can do later on, so we don't really have to do it now. But just for the sake of it, I'm going to do a gravity scale of 1.5, and now things are going to go down a little bit faster. That's one way to do this. As you can, yeah, it looks a lot better already. Another way to do it also is to play with the mass. But anyway, so the next thing we want to do is introduce colors to this. Now, right now, the sphere is all white, but in the game, the sphere is never just white. It's either blue, yellow, purple, green, or orange, or things like that. So we need to work on the colors. Now, if I select the sphere, I see that the sphere has a sprite renderer. So I can just click on the color of the sprite renderer and change this to any color, and the sphere changes color automatically. So it's exactly what we need. So I need to play with the color here. All right. And something else I could do is play with the colors of the objects that are around, such as, let's say, the rectangle here. I can take the sprite renderer and change the color as well. So I can easily do that. However, there's one problem here, is that I don't know which color I can use or not. So I'm going to need to be able to create some kind of an array or collection of colors to be used, and these colors should randomly be selected. But before even doing so, let me change the background color from this bluish color to a black color so that it's easier to see. And in order to do so, I need to go to the settings, probably of the camera. Yep, if you select the camera or the main camera, you can see that the background is blue, and you can select the color and change it to black. All right, it looks a lot better already. Cool. Now, next step is to actually move from there and add different colors. And in order to do so, I want to create an object that will control the whole scene. And I'm going to call this one a manager. So I'm going to click on game object and then create an empty game object. Here we go. And I'm going to call this one manager. All right. And the manager will have a reference to multiple things in the game, such as the player score, the actual sphere, the player, and many other different things around, and that we can always have reference inside of the manager. So I'm going to click add component on the manager and add a new script. So I'm going to click on new script, and I'm going to name this one manager references, so that it keeps all the references, and create and add. Here we go. Now I'm going to double click on the manager references, and all the way up top, I'm going to add a reference to the sphere, which is the main player. Public game object, and that would be the sphere. So player sphere. Okay, so that's how I'm going to reference the sphere. All right. Or player circle, it's up to you. I'm going to save that. And now I'm going to assign it. So it's going to appear right here in the player sphere under the player manager references. And I'm going to take the sphere and drag and drop it inside of the manager reference player sphere. There, now we have access to it. And the next step I want to do is create a list of different colors that can be used. And I can do this inside of the player sphere. And I can do it right here inside of the game, right below the game object that we just created. And that's going to be an array of colors. Public game object. And then I'm going to call this one array of colors, for example, or just colors. These are the colors that can be used within the game. And to make sure it's an array, I have to open and close the brackets. Okay, now I can save this. And if I go back to Unity, I will see the reference to it that appears. Here we go, colors. I'm going to open it and put a size of, let's say, 5, so that I have 5 different colors. All right, so this has 5 elements because these are game objects, but that's not what I want. I don't want game objects, I want colors. So I'm going to change game object to colors. And here we can type, I believe it's just color. There we go. Public color, colors. Now I can save this. And the beauty of Unity is that by doing this, this will change to colors. And I can actually pick the colors that I want. Okay, so I'm going to click on the first one, the color picker, and I'm going to select a new color. I'm going to go, and the first one will be completely red. Okay, so all the way 25500, that's red. The second color that I'm going to take, it's going to be yellow. I'm going to select a yellowish color. That's good. Then the next one will be green. So I'm going in the green area and select a green. And then I'm going to take a blue. All right. And finally, I'm going to take purple. Okay. Purple. All right. So now I have a bunch of different colors. And 5 colors will do just fine to start the game. And it's easy to see them. Don't forget to save.